Make 2026 the year you launch your business, the year you transform into an entrepreneur, founder, boss. One powerful move puts your future firmly in your hands, starting a business with Shopify. If you've got an idea you can't shake or a store you've already designed in your head, with Shopify, 2026 is when you can finally make it happen. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person. Billions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names like Gymshark to first-time businesses like Watch This. Shopify gives you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. The setup is fast with Shopify's built-in AI tools that write product descriptions and headlines and help you edit product photos. Marketing is built in too. Create email and social campaigns that reach customers wherever they scroll. As you grow, Shopify grows with you. Handle more orders, expand to new markets, and do it all from the same dashboard. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. That's shopify.com/DCR. Hear your first this year with Shopify. If you're like us here at DCR and spend time watching crypto markets, Gemini Predictions gives you a way to trade on volatility. You can take positions on major crypto contracts directly in the Gemini app, whether markets are reacting to macro news, Fed announcements, or major market moving events. What I like is that instead of just watching price action unfold in real time, you can actually trade on where you think the market moves next, with contracts across Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and more, plus 5-minute, 15-minute daily, weekly, and monthly durations. You can trade the time frame and market that fits your strategy. The platform is fast, intuitive, and easy to use, with new markets available every day. Head to gemini.com/predictions to get started. 8 a.m. Eastern, June 29th, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is down slightly at $59,872. Ethereum is down slightly at $1,572. BNB is down slightly at $550. Well, yesterday, Michael Saylor has hinted at a new strategy Bitcoin purchase, posting the company's acquisition chart on X with his usual pre-Monday disclosure teaser, even as his firm's Bitcoin treasury is roughly $13 billion underwater. The strategy held 847,363 BTC at an average cost of about $75,646 as of June 22nd versus Bitcoin trading near $60,000. A new filing would mark the company's fourth straight week of buying, following a relatively small 520 BTC purchase for about $35 million, while Strategy also added $300 million to its dollar reserve, bringing it to $1.4 billion. The problem is that the funding machine is under real stress. MSTR fell to its lowest since February 2024. Critics are getting louder, with Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse calling the model flawed and CryptoQuant urging Strategy to stop buying and rebuild cash, while India's USDT premium jumped above 9%, more than double its usual range, after India's Enforcement Directorate raided 5 crypto payment firms, alleging they helped move about $265 million in unauthorized cross-border transfers using virtual digital assets. According to the report, non-resident Indians were effectively using USDT as a faster, cheaper substitute for bank wires. Rupees were deposited into company accounts, converted into stablecoins, moved overseas, then sold back through Indian exchanges, bypassing formal remittance documentation under FEMA and anti-money laundering rules. The crackdown spooked market makers and liquidity providers who pulled back from sourcing USDT abroad, tightening domestic supply and pushing the premium higher. The timing matters because India's Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance is set to meet the Reserve Bank of India and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India on July 2nd to discuss crypto regulation. Loopring, widely known as Ethereum's first ZK rollup project, is shutting down its DEX after admitting it never found meaningful adoption, with the team saying its early design lacked a virtual machine, composability, and real-world payment use cases. The project's relayer went offline immediately after the announcement, and Loopring said it will return remaining user assets directly by publishing final Layer 2 balances, allowing a 2-week review period, then upgrading the DEX smart contract so team-controlled whitelisted addresses can move funds out on users' behalf, with Loopring covering transaction costs. The shutdown follows a broader wind-down. Loopring previously closed DeFi products like Dual Investment and Portal, announced the end of its wallet service, and saw CEO Steve Guo step down in August 2025. The team framed the closure as a graceful end to a cypherpunk project that helped prove zero-knowledge scaling on Ethereum but no longer had a viable reason to keep running. Well, Kaboom Securities, a major South Korean financial firm, is reportedly in talks to buy a stake in Bithumb, the country's second largest crypto exchange, through a third-party allocation where Bithumb would issue new shares for Kaboom to purchase, though the size and percentage are still undecided and Bithumb says nothing specific has been finalized. Bithumb is also preparing for a future IPO with Samjong KPMG advising through the end of 2027 and CFO Jong Sung-gyun saying in April that the listing will likely happen in 2028. And finally, the Bank for International Settlements used its 2026 annual economic report to argue that stablecoins still fall short of real money, saying they fail on key monetary qualities like singleness, elasticity, interoperability, and integrity because prices can drift from their pegs, redemption has friction, and the tokens behave more like ETF shares than true payment instruments. The BIS said stablecoins remain small relative to the banking system with total market value around $320 billion at the end of May. Its modeling found that even if stablecoins grew to $1 trillion, $2 trillion, or $3 trillion, the net economic effect would likely be modest and slightly negative over the medium term, as higher bank funding costs and weaker lending would outweigh any fiscal benefit from stablecoin demand for government debt. As an alternative, the BIS again pushed for a regulated tokenized system built around a unified ledger combining tokenized central bank reserves, commercial bank money, and regulated private money, with central bank money as the anchor, pointing to Project Agora as a working cross-border payments prototype. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
Have you ever wondered why Reese Witherspoon founded Hello Sunshine? Or where Kevin O'Leary got his start? Or even how Alex Earle became the most accessible founder to someone who may not even consider this space? Enter The Founder Mindset, a new podcast from Harvard Business School Foundry, hosted by me, Reza Satchu. As a leading educator in entrepreneurship, I've built multiple high-profile companies and mentored thousands of students and founders through the realities of starting and scaling ventures. And with The Founder Mindset, I'm sharing those lessons with you by sitting down with world-class entrepreneurs, including Witherspoon, O'Leary, and Earle, plus Tim Ferriss, and many more, to break down exactly how they commit, decide, and build for impact. These aren't surface-level interviews. Each episode, I challenge my guests to revisit their toughest moments, their boldest decisions, and the mindset that carried them through. Follow The Founder Mindset wherever you get your podcasts.
From artificial intelligence to the gig economy to global volatility, the economy is changing at a dizzying pace. Enter the Managing the Future of Work podcast, the chart-topping and critically acclaimed podcast from Harvard Business School, hosted by me, Bill Kerr, and my Managing the Future of Work project co-chair, Joe Fuller. This show explores technology trends, demographic changes, the rise of the care economy, and many other forces transforming the landscape of work. We'll highlight the insights of business leaders, technologists, and experts like Business Roundtable's Kristen Silberg on corporate workforce strategy, and Khan Academy founder Sal Khan on AI, education, and the future of work. With more than 2.5 million downloads and close to 300 episodes, there is something for everyone. Follow HBS Managing the Future of Work on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening now.